and welcome to Express Drives, and today we have the Mercedes-Benz EQS 580 with us. Now this vehicle is extremely special for Mercedes-Benz India, and we are emphasizing on India because this is the only vehicle, or rather the EQS is going to be assembled in India, and that is the first time ever that's happening outside Germany. Also, it is the first luxury EV vehicle that is being assembled in India. It is also the most aerodynamic production vehicle ever, and on top of that, this is priced slightly lower than the S-Class. So what is the car about? Definitely it's packed with a lot of equipment, so we're going to tell you each and everything about this vehicle. You just have to step inside the EQS 580 to feel like $1 million. The pillar to pillar 56-inch hyperscreen is a sight. It covers the entire dashboard with 3 screens, with the center one being 17.7 inch, while the driving console and the front passenger screen are 12.3 inch each. The center console, or the infotainment screen, is extremely responsive. It feels like a top-end device. You can actually have that pinch option. You can zoom in. So it is really responsive and extremely intuitive at the same time. It also comes with pre-installed games in case you are bored. Now apart from that, it offers 3D maps, and the EQS 580 comes with a very comprehensive head-up display that offers lots of different options, like your safety features that are activated. It shows up there, turn-by-turn navigation. So whatever you need, it is right up there on the screen, so the person who's driving the car doesn't need to look into the screen or anything of that sort. Now it is a top-of-the-line vehicle, so of course it comes packed with a lot of safety features, and on top of that, it gets a full 5-star crash test rating by Euro NCAP. We'll just briefly mention some of the safety features, like 9 airbags, lane change, lane keep assist, and emergency stop system, and there's just a lot more equipment which you expect from a Mercedes-Benz vehicle. In our opinion, we believe the spacious cabin being so practical, so usable, that is a trump card of the EQS 580. And of course, we all know that Mercedes-Benz cars, especially the big ones, they are extremely spacious, but there are additional usable spaces here. Like for example, underneath the center console, there's a lot of space there between the two front seats, and you can not only store a bag or your knickknacks, but also a full-size backpack. That is how practical the storage space available there is in this car. Apart from that, you have your usual bottle holders, your cup holders. It also has a very deep armrest space also. So yes, you have a lot of these usable spaces. Now moving to the back, of course, the seats are extremely comfortable. May not be as lounge-ish seats like the ones we have seen in the S-Class, but still they are right up there. Maybe the under thigh support could have been slightly better, but then we're just nitpicking here. Then the rear passengers come with they get a tablet that is nicely tucked into the armrest. You can just take it out, and it has all the functions that you need, starting from the infotainment system to the AC controls, also your seat setting. So whatever you need, even the lightings in the cabin, everything is available in the power of your hand. And the touchscreen of the tablet also feels very much like a product from Apple, so it is top notch. It is right up there. Again, it is extremely intuitive. Also, a quick word on the space for the rear passengers. There is plenty of leg room, even there's plenty of headroom. Even though it has a swooping C-pillar, there is still more than enough headroom for tall passengers. As it is an all-electric vehicle, there is no drive shaft, so the floor is more or less flat, and even a third person can comfortably sit in the rear. But yes, it is actually designed for 2 passengers, but it is not going to be a huge compromise for a third person sitting there either. Last but not the least, we have to mention the cargo space or the boot space. Mercedes-Benz has ensured that there's plenty of space, and it opens also like a hatchback, the boot lid. So the total space available is 610 liters, and that is a lot of usable space. The EQS 580 is powered by the same massive size 107.8 kilowatt hour battery, and it offers a mind-boggling range of 857 kilometers, and that's according to the ARAI figures, and according to the WLTP it is 677 kilometers. Now this makes the EQS 580 the most fuel efficient vehicle in the country, and that of course is for an EV. The pertinent question arises, how did the manufacturer manage to achieve this feat? The company went back to the driving board and decided to design the world's most aerodynamic production vehicle with a drag coefficient of 0.20. Now we drove the car for an entire day and covered over 250 kilometers, and believe it or not even once did the range anxiety creep into our minds. Now a quick word on the battery itself. It is compatible to a 200 volt fast charger and can offer a range of 300 kilometers if it's charged for only 15 minutes. Now moving on to the power, it has a total output of 516 bhp and 855 Nm of torque. With the power going to all 4 wheels, it is quick off its feet and does 0 to 100 kilometers in just 4.3 seconds. Also, it has a top speed of 210 kilometers. It offers urgency when pressed on the accelerator pedal, but without the insane whiplash of its AMG sibling. This doesn't mean it's linear, not at all. It can still breeze past most of the cars on the road without batting an eyelid. To make matters more interesting, the EQS 580 has 4 driving modes to tinker around with: Eco, Comfort, Sport and Individual. Sport is the most practical option for your daily commute, as it truly manages to offer the best uncompromising luxury, range and performance. Based on various modes, the steering and suspension setup changes. Keeping in mind that it is a 2.5 ton vehicle, the heft can be felt while driving, but it feels more like a stable and secure feeling. It holds its line and sweeps past corners in a composed manner. Being a Mercedes-Benz, there is no compromise on the ride quality, as it soaks up most of the bumps on the road. This is all thanks to the air adaptive suspension, which can also raise the car by 15 millimeters. The EQS 580 also comes with a rear axle steering, which allows such a long wheelbase car to turn easily with a smaller turning radius at low speeds by turning the rear wheels opposite to the front wheels by a few degrees. In addition, it also enables high-speed stability when driving on highways by slightly turning the rear wheels in the same direction as the front wheels. Thereby, it offers up to 10 degrees of rear axle steering wheel, though this feature will come standard for only the first 500 vehicles. Now, as it is an all-electric vehicle, Mercedes-Benz also offers 3 levels of regenerative braking in the EQS.
So after driving the EQS 580 for almost the entire day, well, we'd like to highlight a couple of things. And of course, it has the power, it has the road presence, but what it manages to do is drive away range anxiety, and that is the kryptonite for all electric vehicles. According to the ARAI figures, this car returns a range of over 800 kilometers, so that is mind-boggling. The realistic range would be somewhere around 6 to 650 kilometers, but that is still a lot. And then moving on to the power, it offers just over 515 bhp and has a very healthy torque of 855 Nm. So what all these things come together and mean is that it is a joy to drive this car. And even though the car may look like as if it has limited ground clearance, it actually doesn't, because of the adaptive air suspension. You can raise it by 15 millimeters, and that actually makes a lot of difference. So it's got the power, it is spacious, it is extremely practical, and again, we can't emphasize enough on driving away the range anxiety. So it is priced at 1.55 crores, and again, we'd like to mention that it is priced below the S class. So if you haven't already subscribed our channel, please do so. Do let us know what you think of the EQS 580. What do you think of this electric evolution that's happening or taking place in India as well? So till then, drive safe and be safe.